Hey, hello! So, as you probably noticed if you watched any of our other vlogs, we're mostly speaking in Slovene. And right now we're tackling van conversion, so make sure to turn on the subtitles, hop on board, and let's start the vlog! Oj, živijo! Je nič, kot sem rekel v prejšnjem vlogu. Zdaj pa treba vse tole okoli mene obleči to les. Plan je, da naš kombi počasi začne dobivati neko obliko bivalnega kombija, tako da je treba narediti najprej konstrukcijo, pa zraven bom verjetno še delal okvir za tank s pitno vodo, zato ker to nekako eno na drugo paše. Konstrukcijo pa tudi, toliko je enih videov, kako delati, tako da jaz ne bom šel zdaj nekaj v podrobnosti, zaradi tega, ker je to že spet segment vloga Learn with us, tako da se bomo skupaj kaj naučili, a ne? So I started with framing the ceiling. I simply cut tiny strips of plywood and mounted them on the original support beams of the van with pop rivets. After sealing, it was time to frame water tank. Our water tank is 112 liters and it fits perfectly above the back wheel of the van, so we had to make some sort of frame to hold it in place. Ej, če bi kdo imel kavo z okusom žaganja, naj se kar oglasi. Because the van have all these curves, it's quite tricky to frame it. I really didn't know where to start, so I just cut some plywood strips and saw how it looks like. Ej, imam en nasvet zate, drugače. Če se boš tega lotil, probi ne zrezati mize. Mislim, da je to kar dosti dober nasvet, a? What a rookie mistake. Sem tako čisto na hitrco pogledal in sem mislil, da sem dosti odmaknen, pa kot kaže nisem. Pa se pa čudem, kva naj gre, ejga. Oh well, that happened. Miza je še v enem kosu, tako da v redu je. Dober, nismo je na pol prežagali. Zdaj sem naredil en tak hiter template za luknje vrtati, da bodo vse na istem mestu. We wanted to have our bed a little bit higher than the original side beam of the van, so I had to get creative.
That's why I prepared long support plywood beams for bed frame that are gonna lift the whole structure of the bed on desired height, and then drill some holes into the metal frame of the van.
Tako pa zgleda, kad delaš kombi, pa snemaš YouTube. Vse je naslan.
Because I don't have rivet nut pliers to fit threaded rivet nuts, I asked my neighbor Tomasz if he could help me install, those nuts.
Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. V glavnem, tele sta zdaj pripravljene. Na zadnjo stran sem dal tele ojačitve kovinske za moje nosilce. Upam, da te nisem preveč dolgo časa s temu. Zdaj pa sam to gor pošraubam, pa te glavne stvari so narejene, pa začnemo s temi manjšimi vmesnimi konstrukcijskimi deli. Nič, da vidimo, drži. Drži? Drži.
I was obviously happy to finally see where the bed will be, so naturally I wanted to see what Nusha thinks.
Posla. Ja. Kostenca.
Kaj praviš?
She clearly wasn't as impressed as I was, but that is probably normal since I was working on that project for a while. I guess we better put her to work.
Preden pa Jure obleče celotni kombi, bom pa še jaz pritrdila to alubutilno folijo z zvočno izolacijo. No. Ja, je razlika.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Too much spinning and not enough time. I want a champagne light.
To finish framing, it was pretty straightforward process, so I just made a quick montage for you. And then Nusha will show you another small task of hers.
To make it tap twice, I'll be blowing up your feet. Catch me going live. It means so much. If you could like and subscribe.
As you can see, I also framed windows, but that turned out to be a mistake, so I just teared everything down because I wouldn't be able to fix built-in screens in case they break.
Okay, so today I actually feel a little bit overwhelmed with the feeling of, building a van because there's so much still to do, and I always thought that that's gonna be way faster. Yeah, I kind of struggle with things that I think it's gonna be, only a couple of hours, then it ends up being, I don't know, like 2 days, 3 days even. Normally I'm quite happy to build it, but today I just don't because I have to think of like 5 things all at once, what I have to do. I have to share the bad things or the bad days as well, I would say. We promised you guys. I would appreciate if you leave a comment if you struggle with it as well. If not, I'm just happy that you didn't struggle with it. I just can't wait this one to be done. So yeah, let's just go work through it, right? So as you can see here, we wanted to kind of hide our window so that you don't see the white frame. Somebody actually suggested that might not be the best idea, which I totally agree with the logic behind it. So they say that those blinds and shades, they tend to break. So there's no way to replace that if I leave it like that. So I have to do different kind of frame around it. Although I feel a little bit overwhelmed with all these small projects going on, I still managed to do quite a lot of them today. As you can see, I reframe all the windows. I already explained why I did that. And I did this back of the van beam, I guess a support beam for the ceiling. It doesn't always go according to plan, but hey, we're still battling. One more thing. As you can see, we've got already like electrical cables inside. I'm not gonna go into details right now with electricity. I'm gonna do that when everything is done. But yeah, there's a story behind there for sure.
Okay, show them what I did. Zbrusiti moram ogrodje za vodni tank. Kako gladko, bolj gladko kot moje noge obrite. Jaz sem zadovoljna, ziher bo pa Jure prišel pa rekel, ne, ni še dobro, se štekam, jaz pač ne vem, kak mora biti. Zaključeno, checked, Nuša je naredila svoje opravilo za danes.
Lastly, we had to install this water frame into place, and then additionally I decided to put one more IKEA Scorva beam, the one that you see here, in the middle. So we've got two here, one here and one on this side, and I'm gonna put one here in the middle, just because I think our asses are a bit too heavy for only two beams, so we need three. I think it's actually Freddy's ass that is the heaviest, but okay. Yep, just like I said, I already feel more secure with three of those. I reckon now Freddy's ass is not gonna be a problem anymore. Za poslo sem pa šel še kupiti tole lepljeno smrekovo ploščo. Sicer je res ful bolj težka, kot pa tista topolova vezana, ki jih do zdaj uporabljam, ampak za nosilce postle rabim nekaj res tega močnega, da ne bo skozi padla. Oh, at least I'm getting a little stretching.
After I installed those, I still had to screw bed slats.
Yeah. Now I can go to sleep. And sleep. I can sleep even without a mattress here. So with this part here, I had to be a little bit creative because we have water tank underneath and we have to have access to it so that we can clean it. And that's why I didn't fix those slats. I just put them like this so that you can remove them and you've got access to your water tank. Now I just cannot wait to go on that holiday, vacation, whatever. I have to call Nusha. She needs to approve it. Do you want to jump on a bed with me?
Oh,
It's fixed, yeah.
did you finish it?
Yeah, yeah. It's all solid, so jump and watch your hat. You look like a dead seal. She needs to learn. She looks like she's like 100 years old. So we're gonna be sitting like this. Fred is gonna be here in between. We're gonna be watching sunset
Yes.
or seaside or mountains or river or whatever instead of this brick house. Just imagine. We're actually moving. We're not in the same workshop anymore. So here's a little sneak peek of our new workshop. Ready? Did you catch any? That's a story for a whole other vlog. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this vlog here, but join us in the next one when we're gonna do probably little bits and bobs and then start with the ceiling finally. I don't know how to call that. Yeah, you're a bit dirty.